Hey there, fourth grade. Mr. Remedies back with our second writing lesson of the week. We are continuing to talk about the writing process. Today, we're moving from step one, boom, step two. You knew that was happening. All right, so as a quick reminder, we're going to ask ourselves, what is the writing process? There in front of you, writing process is a 5-step process that we use to create any piece of writing. Right? So step two is called drafting. All right. Drafting is the second step where we take our brainstorming ideas. We're going to use our pre-writing ideas, and we're going to organize them. We're going to write them in paragraph form. But it says here we're not going to worry so much about conventions. So, what are we drafting about? If we remember from yesterday, we are trying to write about our favorite time of year. Okay, when all this lessons are said and done, we are going to have a finished product where you guys are going to write about your favorite time of year and you're going to explain what makes it special to you. So yesterday, we guys did some fantastic work doing some brainstorming of ideas. So let's review what Mr. Remedies had on his brainstorming organizer. Okay. During the drafting process, we cannot forget or discard or throw away what we worked so hard to brainstorm in the previous step. So, my favorite time of year is summer for a couple of different reasons, right, that we outlined yesterday, and they appear on your screen. Now, the challenge is in our next step, how do we get from brainstorming into drafting? So if you look here on the screen, I've got my brainstorming graphic organizer. And if you guys followed instructions from yesterday, you should have a snip of this on your computer somewhere, because it is very important that we have that. So I'm going to take my graphic organizer and I just have ideas written on it, but I have to start to write those in paragraph form. So what does that look like? It looks like me starting to write and organize and do my best to write in complete sentences. I think my favorite time of year is summer. It is the most wonderful time of the year and has always been my favorite. I'm looking at my graphic organizer and I'm moving on to detail number one. Summer is awesome because there's no school. And I get to visit my grandma every summer. So I here have detail number two. She's great and we have a fun time. So I didn't have that written down, but that's a detail that I use to kind of elaborate or add to my writing. There's a lot of swimming during the summer too, and I love to go swimming. So moving on to detail three, I included here. Summer's the best because my family and I take long trips and watch tons of baseball games. So I combine details number four and five. Okay. But did you guys notice anything in my drafting step? Let's take a look. Well, here it is on your screen. Right? Take another look and see if you noticed anything about my drafting step. Right? Well, I noticed I misspelled some words, and you can see they're underlined in red. Right? I got some capitalization errors there. Um, I I have some incomplete sentences, and I have some word choice issues that I probably need to sort out. But boom, mistakes are okay in the drafting step. This is not our finished product. If the writing process is 5 steps and we're only on step two, then it just makes sense that this is not our final product. So it is perfectly okay to make mistakes in the drafting step. Boom. So don't stress so much. All right, guys. Remember, drafting is taking our brainstorming ideas, organizing them, and writing them in a paragraph or in multiple paragraphs, depending on how many details you want to add to it. But in our drafting step, mistakes are okay. And if I can let you in on a little secret, teachers expect our students to make mistakes because you're still learning those skills, and it's perfectly all right to stumble along the way. All right, guys, I have been Mr. Remedies coming to you from my secret hideout. You guys have been amazing. Today, you're going to take yesterday's brainstorming ideas and you're going to transform them into your draft, your first draft. All right, so make sure that we're on the ball, make sure that we're organizing it, and we're taking those ideas, putting them down on paper, and making mistakes along the way. All right, I've been Mr. Remedies. You guys have been amazing, and we will see you manana. Adios.